What's up, everybody? Welcome to WordPress. I'm Samuel Jackson, and this is your training day. Let's get started. We're using down and distance as our training module today. All the WordPresses across the site are very similar, so down and distance will work just fine. Plus, down and distance also has an SEO area that you fill out that most sites don't, and so I can show you that by using down and distance. So we're going to go to posts and then add new, and all of the magic happens in here. However it looks on the site, this is where it all begins. So you just want to start out with your headline. This is, aside from the photo, is what is going to draw the viewer in. It's all about the headline. Get creative, be catchy. You want them to click that, so be creative. And then here's just your body of text here. This is your classic, pretty much like, Microsoft Word-esque type of toolbar here. Pretty simple. So you'll do some text and whatnot. Text. If you have a quote, a nice quote, what I like to do, makes it pop on the website. It looks really great. You can highlight it and then click this button here and it will block quote it. Looks really good on the site, and I would recommend it. And then, maybe probably at the top, because it looks the most professional, you'll want to do center and enter in a photo. Everything you upload stays in the media library here, which is pretty convenient, and I'll show you why. Go ahead and center that out. There is a nice images video out there that I will refer you to. How this is right here, this is garbage. This isn't going to look professional because it's not branching across the entire page. It looks, pretty poor. But I'm not going to get all into that right now. I want to walk you through all these categories and tags and whatnot. So maybe you'll have some more text. And then you will wrap up your post by go ahead and giving yourself credit. You want to take advantage of the site and promote yourself. Take credit for your work. We appreciate it. You're doing Sports Kings a service by helping to grow the brand. And the least we can do for you is allow you to promote yourself. What I also like to do is throw in my Twitter handle. Why not? I want people to see me, right? Oh dear. Alright. So what I like to do, it's more probable that somebody will click on my Twitter rather than go to Twitter and remember that and throw it in. So I'm going to make it easy for them, and I'm going to go ahead and hyperlink it by pushing that hyperlink button. Usually you'll do a copy paste thing to save time, but Twitter and Facebook profiles are pretty easy to remember. So I'll go ahead and do that, and it turns that text that I highlighted into an active link to wherever I wanted to go. In this case, it takes you straight to my Twitter. So that's how you'll wrap up your post right there. Give yourself credit, let them know who you're writing for and who you are. Alright, so that's pretty much the easy part, is writing your story. The harder part is remembering to plug everything in. So let's say we had some breaking news about how Deion Sanders was, trolling the Dallas Cowboys website or something like that. I believe that's what the story's all about. So with this piece, that is breaking news. It is NFL related. We also want to click headlines and rumors, and on the website, that is this section right here. Every piece that you do on any site you were working with, it'll go right there. So that's what that one does. Main site headline slider will get your piece on the main site, sports-kings.com. So we want to click that one. You just have to be sure to include an image and featured image that is ballpark 600 by 450. That's the go-to dimension that I go for when I'm setting my featured image. It's important because the main site does not auto-format our pictures for their slider show, much like the sister sites do. So it's important that you get the proper sized image to go there. Alright. We also want it to go in the slider show. That's where most stories go. Breaking news stories are good for there. The slider show is just this top area that pans from right to left. The newest will be right here. The oldest will go here. We want our piece there. If this was a viral football video, the piece, we'd want it to go right there. And to get it to go there, you would click the proper category. Now, at down and distance, if you have a viral football video, we want it to go in the video section and in the slider show. There's other sites that don't like that. They want you to pick. I can let you know whatever site you're working for. I'll let you know what they like, what they don't like. Every site operates slightly different, but for the most part, we're all uniform. Down and distance, we have all our teams here. Go ahead and select the appropriate teams that are within your piece. And so for this particular piece, that's it. We don't need any viral football video in there because that's not what this piece is about. After that, you'll set your featured image. Make it something different from the piece that you chose, or the picture that you chose to go inside of your story. Give the viewer something else to look at. But remember, the dimensions have to be, and of course this is wrong, but I'm just giving you an example. It needs to be 600 by 450. Do not forget that. You will get yelled at. Let's go to tags. Tags is a great way for the reader. Like if they read this Deion Sanders story, they're like, I want to read some more Deion Sanders stories. Well, they can do that by, clicking on some of these tags. So you're just going to name all the pronouns, separate them by commas. Maybe we're throwing some Jerry Jones garbage in there. Separate them by commas, throw them in there, click add, and they all go in there nicely. That's all for tags. Under your story, you'll see all these areas here. Never mess with forehead. Forehead is this area right here. D&D, RBTS, PTP, ATR. These are links to the sister sites. That's what forehead is. We can't remove that from our WordPress, so we just ignore it. That goes for categories too. It's in categories. Please ignore it. Don't click it. It will mess things up. Just completely ignore it. But what we are looking for this particular piece is the slider articles. That'll get your piece in that slideshow. If it was a viral football video, you'd want to fill out all your information under this. Make sure that when you're filling out these areas here, that it's under the appropriate area that you'd wish your piece to go to. So we have image. I always make this image the same as the featured image, because if I don't need to look for another photo and look for photo credit, I won't. This makes it a lot easier to just mirror it. Your base title is this area right here. You'll have a picture, you'll have your headline, and then usually most stories will have some white text under it that kind of elaborates on the headline or rewords it. That is your baseline here. So you'll fill that out. So you got that, and then next is the link. First time you save your draft, the link button will pop up at the top here. It's called Get Short Link. We're going to want to click on it. Go ahead and copy that link and then throw it in there. And then you're good to go. Most sites you'd be done with those areas. Down in distance, you're not quite done yet. We want to fill out WordPress SEO by Yoast. This is used to get views off of search engines. Let's say somebody types in Deion Sanders in a search engine. There may be a good chance that when they do that, your piece shows up. Now for the meta description, this part's already good to go. Some writers put in their own jazz there. I just leave it. It's good to go. It's fine as is. Meta description, you want to try to include text that's your focus keyword, your headline, try to throw in some similar words, and some words that you used in your actual piece. This will make SEO's effectiveness much better. So follow those steps, and a lot of these will turn to yes if you do that. And then after you fill that out, you'll save your draft again. I'll give you an example real quick. I'll just throw in something. Pretty sure this will come up as red, but go ahead and save it again. So when it reloads, you'll notice a little SEO check area that kind of shows you how you did. And that's bronze. It's not very good. You want to go for green. Yellow's not bad, but you really want that green. We only met one of the requirements, really. The better you get at it, the more yeses you'll get. And that will turn into green up here. And that's it. Please don't forget that if you got your breaking news from another source, to get that source. Okay, well, this is our own piece here. So let's just get into it real quick. And let's say I read this piece and I was like, I'm going to write about this, but I found out about it because of this site. So I'm going to go ahead and copy their URL. I'll go back to WordPress, and a keyword that best explains your piece, go ahead and highlight it, keyword or words, and then go back to that link button and enter in the source, and now you have properly credited the site that gave you the news. It needs to be done. If it's not done, Yardbarker won't take it. They don't want to get in trouble just as much as we don't, so please remember that. And see this button right here? That is the spell check button. For the love of God, use it. You can use it as many times as you want. It's free. There's not a limit as to how many times you can click that throughout the editing process. Please use it. We're trying to be professional here, and it just looks bad on you and the website if you're having some errors. We're all guilty of it. Best way to get away from it is to just double, triple, quadruple check our work. Have other writers look at your work. If you don't do any of this, I'm pretty sure someone on Twitter or something will call you out on it. There's a lot of trolls out there that just look for mess ups so they can bag on writers or a website. Let's not be that website. Let's do it right the first time. And for the most part, fellas, that is it. That is the basics of it. Very user-friendly program. When you're all good to go, you'll publish, another screen will pop up, you'll hit publish again, and then you'll go back to the website and ensure that everything looks tip-top. Make sure it's over here where you originally wanted it to go. Make sure it shows up in the slider show. Make sure the image pops up. Make sure the base title looks good, the headline, the picture. Don't throw any question marks or exclamation marks in your headline or inside of your base title under here, because for some reason it'll put the question mark somewhere where you didn't want it to go. So avoid doing that. You can still ask a question in your headline, but do not add a question mark. It will look dumb. And that is it for WordPress. So hopefully this helps, or at least will give you a good head start. And as always, anyone on the site, especially your site managers or your trainer, myself, will be glad to help you. And that is it. Good luck.